So we got a lot of things in the great city of Chicago, Frank. We could go on that, but I think we can go on to the next question.
Thank you.
Mr. Ebler?
Your Majesty, Your Honor, a major concern of many of the young people today is pollution. Noise pollution.
Major concern about anything that the young people are a major concern about everything.
Major
They have major concern
of
about
everybody.
everything that we do. The young people. It's a concern of everyone, of you, of Frank, of Mr. Tinker, of everyone, not just of the young people. The young people take it over as being their problem. It's not their problem. It's everybody's problem. Mr. Ebler, you should know that. You should know that. Continue with your question.
Thank you, Your Honor. I still would like to ask the question, and that is, how do you feel about pollution?
Well, to be perfectly clear about it.
Or do you acknowledge pollution?
To make one thing.
Previously, you haven't acknowledged pollution.
To make one thing perfectly clear, Mr. Ebler, there's no air pollution in the great city of Chicago. But if there was air pollution in the city of Chicago, of course we do something about it. It's alleged air pollution in the city of Chicago. And what am I going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What is everybody going to do about it? What are we going to do? Put a big exhaust fan up and blow the air pollution back to Milwaukee, or blow it back to Gary, where it comes from, where all the steel mills are? That's where the air pollution comes from. We don't need you Doubting Thomases who yell fire in a crowded theater coming in here and saying that what am I going to do about air pollution? What about that? What about the garbage-filled city of New York? What about the air pollution there? Let's not talk about air pollution. Let's not talk about it. Let's do something about it. They should go out and do something, and I intend to do all that I can to stop air pollution. We started doing something about air pollution in the 1800s in the city of Chicago. They can't say that anywhere else. Save the air. That's what we all want to do.
Your Honor, getting back to the 1968 convention.
You're always getting back to the 1968 convention, Frank.
Well,
seems like that's all that everybody wants to talk about.
Well, I hate to keep rehashing the convention, but I feel this final question is quite important. Looking back to the 1968 Democratic National Convention, can you honestly say that the policemen did not overreact in certain situations?
Let me ask you a question, Frank. You've been interviewing me for a long time, haven't you?
Yes.
You know that we try to do what we think is right in the great city of Chicago.
Well,
do you like birds, Frank, flying up in the sky? You wake up in the morning and you go out there and you see these beautiful birds flapping their wings slowly, gliding through the beautiful sky. Do you like that, Frank?
I don't see what this has to do.
Just answer the question, Frank. I've been answering lots of questions. You can answer a couple of questions.
Of course I like birds flying gracefully in the sky, but the question.
Well, I like birds too. How would you like the bird? How would you like the bird if he made some bird dung on your hat? How'd you like that?
I don't see.
How would you like to? Would you like the bird as much if he made bird dung on your hat as you would just looking at him flying gracefully up in the sky? Would you like him the same way?
I don't see what this has to do with the question of the.
Well, it has lots to do with the question. How about dogs? How do you like dogs? Do you like nice dog walking your dog on a nice sunny Chicago afternoon? Do you like dogs, Frank?
I don't see what that has to do with the question of the policeman.
Do you like dogs? Do you like them? Nice dogs, pretty looking.
Your Honor, the question was.
Do you like dogs, Frank? Do you like dogs? Is
Yes,
the question.
I like dogs.
That's what the question is. The question is, would you like a dog as well if the dog made dog dirt on your shoe? How'd you like that if he did it purposely on your shoe?
I don't think it's relevant to the 1968.
Well, of course it's relevant. Of course it's relevant. Would you like it? Would you like a dog doing that?
No, I wouldn't care for that.
Well, what about the great Chicago police? What about that? The great Chicago police? Sure, that's what you're talking about. How would you like somebody to walk up to you on the street and throw a bag of excrement in your face? How'd you like that? That's what the police had to contend with here. That's what they had to contend with. How'd you like excrement running down your face? Getting in your nose and your nostrils and your mouth. How'd you like that? Excrement. Excrement running down in your face.
I'm sorry.
Nobody liked that. Running on your clothes, the smell, the stench of the stuff. You didn't like that.
I'm sure
nobody likes it.
Don't want to hear about
sure you don't like it. Sure you don't even like. Sure you. Well,
I find it very distasteful.
Well, sure you find it distasteful. Of course you do. Everybody would find excrement distasteful. How'd you like it running down your? You wouldn't like it. Excrement. Sure. You wouldn't like it at all. You don't even like a little bird dung on your hat. You don't even like a little dog dirt on your shoe. Of course you don't like excrement. How do you think the fine Chicago police will like excrement? They didn't like it?
Can we talk about Dick the Bruiser, Your Honor?
No, we'll talk about excrement is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about what the fine Chicago police had to contend with when the hippies, yippies, and flippies came in here and tried to cause trouble in this city. That's what we're going to talk about.
Can we go on to another question?
We can't go on to another question because I got something else to say to you, Frank, as a friend and a man that I've known for a long time that's been interviewing me. And here's the important thing, Frank. And listen very carefully to this. The Chicago Police Department is the only police department in this great country of ours that would have the courage, that when people come in here from other places, they would have the courage to beat the excrement out of them.
Your Honor, one final question about the 1968 Democratic Convention.
You always
And I
get
know-
back to that, don't you?
Well, I know the Fuhrer has
I
died
resent
down.
the insinuendo of Fuhrer also, Frank. I resent that word, Fuhrer.
No, the
It has,
controversy, we'll say. The final question has to do with your microphone technique during the 1968 Democratic Convention.
The
I'm sure you'll
alleged,
find
the
it
alleged, the alleged
We all
what?
saw it, Your
quite
Honor.
critical. However, I
what do
feel
you
it's
mean?
important.
What do you mean by microphone technique?
Your Honor, it's been charged that by personally controlling the microphones, you censored your critics by not allowing them to be heard. Now,
That's
do you
that's
feel
all
this is-
alleged. That's not true.
But it
That's a
wasn't the
lie.
first- it
That's a
wasn't the
lie.
first time
That
you've done
that
it.
never happened.
No,
That's
no.
alleged.
I was
That
there,
never
Your
happened.
Honor. I mean, it wasn't
That you,
closed
they say
circuit,
you
know.
say it happened, but I say it never happened.
Well,
I say it
well,
never happened, and I say that there's no proof of it.
We've seen
But
on
that's
national
what I
TV,
say.
Right.
There's also
It
video
wasn't happened.
replays.
It never has happened, and it never will happen
It's
as long as
happened
I'm
on
here.
several occasions. It's happened on several occasions. We have witnessed it. Everybody in the world has actually witnessed it.
That's-
Mr. Eggers,
correct.
you witnessed it.
It was satellite,
But
too,
other
so-
people didn't witness it. Other people didn't. It's alleged.
It is not alleged when we have primary sources of identification. You're on TV.
Even
Your Honor,
secondary sources, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
Don't you feel, however, that the
Never did.
American people, the
You
free
saw it in your
American
sick mind. You
people,
saw it,
have a
Mr.
right,
Eggers.
and in the middle of an impassioned plea for justice, liberty, America, you cut them off all the time? Do you think that this is correct, Your Honor? In the American